Hello. Well, I'm out here in my shed. I got it's about 14 by 12 foot shed. I've always wanted to put a cooler in here, but I didn't really know the way to cool it. So I did some research and found the Coolbot, which is a little computer programmer that will override a basic window air conditioner. So how it works is it tricks it into thinking that it still needs to cool down the room, and it will make the compressor run more and put out colder air. So with my window unit, which I already have plumbed in the wall, I just need to get it sealed up and then attach the Coolbot. I'm going to build a room that will be 5 foot by 6 foot with this on the inside, and I'll insulate it, and I'll insulate the floor and insulate the ceiling. The walls in my shed are already insulated, so I'm just going to put a thin layer of insulation on the outside of the foam stuff, and we'll have a walk-in cooler for my wild game meat come fall. It's always a problem when you hunt archery season, or anymore it seems like it doesn't ever cool off, so it'll be nice to know that I'll have a place to come home and put that meat and not have to worry about it spoiling. Most of the materials I've got for this I've had laying around the house. I did get a lot of my lumber from a friend that tore down some hog barns, took the ceiling out of it. It was kind of dirty. I just took the pressure washer and pressure washed it off, and I'm going to pull them apart. They're just 4 foot by 8 foot square panels. It's plywood and 2x4s, but I'll use the 2x4s for the framework, and I'll use the plywood on the outside. I'm going to put a hardboard insulation on the inside, and then insulate the walls. But I'll show you step by step how I do it and show you the end result. So follow along. My panels all broke down, and it was real simple. There were screws and everything, so I didn't have to pry any nails out and bust any boards or anything. It just come out really good. It only took me about 20 minutes to tear it all down and get it stacked and put away and ready to go in the morning. So okay, I've got all my materials here. I got my 2x4s, and I bought a couple more. I bought 2 more 2x4s in case I don't have enough, and I bought these 2x3s for the floor. I'm going to raise the floor, and I'm going to insulate it. I just want the whole thing insulated, all sides. I got my plywood, which will be for the outside the room, and then I bought this foam insulation, which is 1/2 inch thick, which I'm going to use for the inside walls. You can see it there. I got 9 sheets of that. That's where my biggest expense has been so far. Those are $7.88 a sheet, and I bought 9 sheets. Bought a few things. I bought some door hinges, and then a latch and a handle, and I bought this window sealer, which I'm going to use to seal up my door, some liquid nail to glue those insulation panels on, and some tape to tape the seams. That stuff is mildew resistant and everything, so hopefully if it gets wet, it won't cause a problem. I've got this insulation. I've got 2 more full rolls in my attic. I've been storing it for 10 years since I bought my house. Okay, so I got all the walls framed up, and I got my entryway. Like I said before, I am no carpenter, but I think it'll work. It's good and solid. I'm happy with it. I just need to put my ceiling in, so I need to frame it up and slide it up in there. And then I just need to do my floor and build me a door, and we should be good to go. Okay, so the framework is done. Got it all done. I got the floor here. I'm gonna put some insulation panels in there, which are also going to go on the wall, but I got this piece of particle board here, which will be my floor. over top of this. It's good, solid, and heavy. I got an outlet here put in for power. And that wall's all framed up. I still need to frame the door, but it's ready to go. And then I got the ceiling. I'm going to insulate that and put up paneling as well. I put those 2x4s, that one there and that one there is going to be, I'm going to put some lag bolts in it to hang my meat on, and we'll be ready to go. So now we're going to do some insulation and putting up some panels. All right, well, we got it all framed up and the plywood on the outside. Inside here I took and it's probably a little overkill, but went and foamed all these seams for the plywood for the outside there. So I used the foam on it. It might be a little overkill, but I don't care. I want it sealed up pretty good. Okay, so this is it finished up. We don't got it on right now, it's just at room temperature. You can see on the edge of the door here, it I don't know how well you can tell, but I had the plywood overlap a little bit, and then I used the foam on there to seal it up. It's kind of tough to get a door to seal up. Inside here, we got all the walls and ceiling with this paneling, this foam paneling. Then I got all the seams I taped with this foil tape, which is a pain in the butt to use, but it does get it sealed up really good. I glued all the panels on with liquid nail. Now they make a glue for these panels, but it was about $2 or $3 more, caulking tube. So I didn't want to spend the extra money on it, so I didn't buy it, and it was kind of hard. I used some clamps and I got some bumps in it here from prying a board across to the other side holding it on the wall. So to do it again, I would probably spend the extra money and buy their tubes. I think I bought 4 or 5 tubes of liquid nail to get it sealed up. I got a rail up on the ceiling, but I'm going to try to find wheels that'll go inside that rail to hang meat on. If not, I'll use like an eye bolt with a flat washer. If I can find a heavy enough flat washer to just slide inside there. If not, I might have to do something different and put some eye bolts up through the ceiling. Okay, I got my air conditioner here. They recommend that you take all of the covers and filter off of the front of it. It's got like a little mesh filter to keep like dust and particles off of it. I guess you can just take and vacuum that off and get it off. But they want a lot of airflow going through your coils or your fins. That'll keep it from freezing up. So on the outside, I took and I put the same foil tape around the seams just to make it look a little better, but I took the expandable foam and sealed it all up on the inside and the outside, and it's really airtight. Okay, so I'll show you how the Coolbot works, which their website shows real well how it works. It's really self-explanatory, and they have a video on there. You got wires going everywhere. It's kind of it doesn't look that great, but it works. So you got the 3 cords coming out of it and your power source. So you got the room, which is just the temperature gauge, which is down here on the wall, which just tells you the room temperature, and that's what's telling this, whether to keep cooling or to maintain or what to do. And then your next one is your fin, which is this sensor, which checks the temperature of the fins, make sure they're not freezing. And the third one is a heater, which is right here wrapped up with foil, and it is the temperature sensor from the air conditioner and this heat sensor, and it'll keep heating it until it gets down to until the room temperature gets to where it needs to be, and then it'll level off. Or if the fins start getting too cold and start to freeze up, it'll quit heating. So it just sits there and regulates the whole system, and that's why it can get the air conditioner to cool down. A normal air conditioner won't cool below 60 degrees, and with this system it overcharges the compressor, is the way I understand it, and it'll put out cooler air. I got it to put out 33 degree air, so it works really well. And it's really simple to program. Right now it's on room, it says it's red, I bumped it there, but the room temperature is 66 degrees. If you hit the check mark, it's set at 37, so it'll cool it down to 37 and then maintain that temperature. So all you do is you turn on your air conditioner, and they have certain air conditioners they would prefer you to use. Some air conditioners don't work as well with the system, and my air conditioner is an LG. I was a little worried about the size of it. It's only a 10,500 BTU, and for most rooms they want you to use a bigger one, but man, that seems to be working fine. It hasn't froze up, and it's cooled it down more than what they projected it would. And they may say that on their website, that you need to build it this size just to be careful, but it works fine for this size room. But you just turn it on to the lowest setting and the highest fan setting, and then this computer will run everything. It'll keep it running. So it's pretty much just a touch of a button. And that's how you build a walk-in cooler. If there's anything I didn't cover, you got any questions, feel free to leave a comment. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and good luck hunting this fall. I hope you fill your freezer.